It's really that simple. Stop picking a call. And I know you're thinking that, if I don't pick, I'll run into her outside or on the stairs, and then what's will happen? If you run into her, you run into her. What's the worst that will happen? Tell me, what is the worst that will happen? Hey, you, the last time I called you, you didn't pick. And so what? And so what? You listen, when you are even talking to girls that you don't want to talk, you give them excuses. How much more 50-year-old man? I won't even say errand didn't or fro. All right, we're back now, and it's time for us to do our listener letter. Listen, this episode, the listener letter, no, I have a friend, or should I say a friend? No, an old classmate, back in high school, since we're doing high school, and his name was Paddy Yo-Yo. Anyway, Paddy Yo-Yo, I really, really like that name so much. So we're going to be calling this one Paddy Yo-Yo, okay? So Paddy says, "Hello, Joe. No long things." Of course, no long things. I recently moved into an apartment building. It's been 3 months, and while it's been a tough ride, I'm trying hard to settle into my new independent life. One of my new neighbors is an older woman, and she's always asking me to help her with something. One time, it was changing her tire before work because she had a flat tire when she was about to go to work. Can you imagine? I'm sorry about to like on a work week. Another time, it was opening the gate when she came home at night because she was too tired. Last weekend, she asked very nicely that I help her take her groceries inside because we have stairs. She got my number from the group chat, and it's been one thing or the other. I was only trying to be nice, but it seems she's taking advantage. I did not escape my mother's errands to come and become her houseboy. Charlie, how can I handle this? I think she's in her early 50s, and I don't want to be rude. Paddy Yo-Yo, newsflash, y'all gonna have to be rude. You have to be rude. I'm sorry, you have to be rude. No. She's clearly, no, wait, does she live alone? If she's in her 50s, like, where's her husband? Okay, let's say she didn't get married. Where are her kids? Where are her cousins, niece, nephew? Does she live alone? I'm guessing the answer is yes. That's why she's always asking you for a favor or something. But let me tell you something. And probably, you know what? If you probably ask your other neighbors, right, who also live in the same building, they will probably tell you that, hey, not here. You know, you have to be rude to her. 1, 2, 3. No, Jai. I mean, Lumba said it. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, the book of Moses. 6, 7, 8, 9, the book of Moses on Fandiagro. Paddy Yo-Yo, we're very simple. Ofrawa Memfa. Because that's her primary means of communicating with you, right? She got your number from your friend is saying, tenants group chat, and she's been calling you. Stop picking. It's really that simple. Stop picking a call. And I know you're thinking that, if I don't pick, I'll run into her outside or on the stairs, and then what's will happen? If you run into her, you run into her. What's the worst that will happen? Tell me, what is the worst that will happen? Hey, you, the last time I called you, you didn't pick. And so what? And so what? You listen, when you are even talking to girls that you don't want to talk, you give them excuses. How much more 50-year-old man? I won't even say errand didn't or fro. What's your name? Oh, auntie, I missed your call. I was in the bathroom. Sorry, eh? I'm even laughing because I'm feeling like now, like if she realizes that she's not getting you through the phone call, she might even come and knock on your door and things like that. You know, I hope you have a peephole so you can see that, okay, who's at the door before you go and open it. Listen, it's really that simple. Stop picking her calls. If you're an avoidant person and you really don't like confrontation, stop picking her calls. Yeah. As a third time, she probably should get the memo and like, because you just moved in 3 months ago. Before you moved in, who was doing all of that for her? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I know, I too live in an apartment building. I too, when I get to the gates, no matter what time it is, me PM about 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I have to get down, open the gate, drive in, close the gate. Like, I know what it feels like. It's very stressful. It's very tiring. It's very annoying. But I don't be calling my neighbors at all times, asking them to come and open my gates for me. Why does she feel like she's entitled to do that? Do you call her auntie? Don't call her auntie, you. Don't call her auntie's parts. This whole extended family situation, by force, no relation, but everybody's auntie, uncle. They say, auntie is calling you. Auntie say, come and do this. Auntie come and do that. You can't say no. What is your problem? If you're an avoidant person, don't pick the call. But if you're not the avoidant person, I would say have a conversation. That would need me. Make an open and honest conversation. You say, you know what? I don't want to be rude, but I feel like, from it too much. From it a bit too much. A tad bit. Maybe once a month, I can help you out. But like, you cannot call me 3 times in a week. Say, remember, boy, what ain't me to go school? Me down on me. Hey, I ain't. If you do what I was saying, this is why a lot of people just walk around with like a resting bitch face. This is why a lot of people are rude, like, not say rude, but they just smile. Because, we live in this country where everybody's expecting, oh, good afternoon. Me personally, I remember when I was a spring chicken teenager, and, I used to greet people quite a lot because, you're supposed to do that. And I don't know, one time I was passing by and I greeted somebody and the person ignored me. I'm just, like, I just feel like, sometimes you don't want to be spoken to. You're just like in that mood where you just want to go. And I generally assume everybody's in that mood. If you greet me, I'll greet you back. You know what I mean? And sometimes even body language, like, okay, as you're walking towards the person, is the person smiling? What's the mood? By the time you get near the person, then you can tell whether you should say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. But basically, this is the reason why some people are just walking around with the resting bitch face, because you don't want to welcome any unnecessary thing. Oh, smile like a crazy. Oh, I be more about your bra. Why, cratchy? Hey, bra, come. Oh, come and help your auntie. Come and help your mother. Come and help your hey, auntie. No. Padioyo, I'm telling you, if you're an avoidant person, don't pick her calls anymore. Let's see which other new way she's going. Because if she leaves you a text message, you can always leave it on read. If you want to go the extra mile, you can remove your read receipts, hoping that in her 50, she doesn't know all of that. Technology maybe it's, what's here. But like I said, if you feel like you're going to run into her outside and things like that, you don't want it to get awkward. My dear, you don't even have to have the conversation. I'm saying have the conversation, but I can understand this is the Ghanaian adults. That conversation probably won't go anywhere. And they might even call your parents' upbringing into question. All those kind of things. And no, actually, imagine you have this conversation and she brings things like that inside. Then you pull fights. Exchange of words. I declare war. I declare war. Hey, Pempe, what's the Pempe? What's I flatter men frame? Auntie, I don't know, Paddy. I'm giving you so many options here. Okay, you can ignore the call. You can have a conversation and tell her that it's a bit too much, Charlie. You're like, I don't get it, because if you're living with your parents, sometimes your parents don't even like to see you in a comfortable position. It's a lazy day. No, if I remove no mame. Kwabna, but that would be and then you finally move out and you're like, yeah, now I can just be naked in my house, just be lying down. Then now auntie from downstairs is calling you. I'm sorry, you didn't sign up for it. You're not paying rent to perform extra labor. It's bad enough that you have to work and get money and pay electricity and all these kind of things. And now you're performing labor for auntie downstairs. These are the real questions. Does she do anything for you in return? Because honestly, quid pro quo, scratch my back, I scratch yours. If she's cooking and calling you, oh, I've done this stew, come for it. I've done this soup, come for it. Oh, I went to the market and I saw this gets. And she's asking for all these favors. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But you're getting nothing out of it. And all she's doing is always calling you, Padioyo, Febufu. Shiano. Frown your face. Pemu. Is it Pemu or Pemu? I don't even know. I don't know that. Look, this is my advice for you. If you guys are listening to this and you have anything to say, you know what to do. Sound off in the comments. Hashtag Sincerely Accra, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if you're brave. I always say that because, TikTok people are very feisty. They like to tussle. You know what I mean? But leave your comment. Let's know, what can Padioyo do to dissuade, auntie from downstairs or upstairs, from, taking advantage of his labor and his youth. I don't know what it is. But anyway, guys, that's our listener letter for today. If you've got a question, you know what to do. Send us a DM on Twitter or Instagram, and I could be, answering your letter and giving you some advice. It could be anything, guys. I don't only answer questions on sex. Please do not confuse this podcast with Sex and Sanity. Okay? Same network, different focus. We'll be right back to do the shout outs. Paddy Yo, take my advice. Thank you.